Hi, um, welcome to Eyramax YouTube channel. And in my previous video, I made mention that I'll be doing video on mindset and um, and skill set as a graduate. These are two things that you need to really look at, just as you have completed school. Yes, the school that you have completed, you have been certificated. You have acquired some knowledge, and you don't have much practical experience. Some might have the advantage to have the practical experience, but in the situation which we found ourselves in this country, the government is not really in the best position to provide jobs, or is the country is not in its best position with industries, both the public sector and the private sector, where they'll be able to absorb all the graduates that have completed from the technical universities, polytechnics, and the universities too as well, and even to add the private universities. So you can just imagine the number of students that have completed and they are all looking for a job. So two areas that is very essential to look at is your mindset, about the course you have read, and the mindset of how the world is, and your skill set. So, but before then, the school or the education you had is giving you 30% of, or I will put it this way: the school is just 30% of how you're going to survive in this world. Just 30%. The rest of the 70% is all about what you do with the 30% that you have acquired. So you can acquire the knowledge, all right, and if you decide to sit down and you decide to lock yourself down, you're not going to really benefit anyhow. So quickly, I want you to quickly have a look at these points. One, the education you had is giving you three things, and here are these three things. One, self-awareness. Education helps you to know who you really are, what you're capable of, and it helps you to really discover your potential, and the role you can play in this world. And the second information, or the second point education is giving you, is information, which is knowledge, the knowledge you have acquired in this specific. If it is banking and finance, you have knowledge in banking and finance. If it is engineering, if it is nursing, if it's in statistics, you can just name in all the various faculty. It's giving you, or wherever you have actually specialized, is giving you an information, which is the knowledge. So now, and this knowledge is academically. Now, the third point education or benefit education can give you is network. The network here is the friends you met on campus, the people, your lecturers, the businessmen and women you met during your industrial attachment. All these things are very important. Or which kind of relationship did you really build when you were in school? So and these people are the people you really need in real life after school. It's not, you are not just going to be mates, but maybe one of your colleagues could be sorry, in a higher position, and you might need that person's help, or you will be in a higher position and they will come to you, your juniors, your seniors, your classmates. So all these things form a huge network. So now, you've heard this saying that says that to get a job is who you know. Now it's not about who you know, but it's rather who knows you. So I will ask that you don't limit yourself to this. And this 30% of your education, you need it to really work on your 70% in this world. If I say, I'm not saying that when you were in school, you were not in this world, but there's another aspect of this world where after you finish school, it's a world of responsibility. You need to look for a job, you need to feed yourself, you need to take care of yourself. And if you have a family, plus your wife and children, you need to also take care of them. So you really need this 30% to guide you through to be able to acquire the 70% in this world. So now, this is where these two key comes into play: the mindset and the skill set. The mindset, some people think that for the fact that they have gone to read this course, it is only that course or that area of life that they can only remain or they can function. No, it is not true. You can function in other aspects of life. You can perform in other skills. That is why you can learn. Now, YouTube is there for you to learn. You go there, you can learn any skills, you can learn programming, you can learn farming, you can learn coding, anything you can just imagine. Just key it in YouTube and you have content over them. Now, so if you are not getting job in engineering per se, or in the nursing, or in medicine, or in any field, go and have another mindset, or go and acquire another knowledge, not necessarily going back to school. You can pick a mentor, you can understudy somebody to really develop a new skill to improve upon your life, to better your life, or turn it into a business. And the skill set is where you have specialized in a specific field, as maybe an engineer. I'm always referring to engineering field because I'm a mechanical engineer. So maybe you can choose, for the fact that you're an engineer does not mean that that is the only skill that you can really perform in this life. No, you can go and even learn fashion designing. You can go and learn carpentry. You can go and learn trading. You can go into farming. All you need to do is to learn it. Now, when you finish school and you come home, you can go back to school, but there's another aspect of education whereby you don't necessarily need to go to school, but you can learn, you can read books, you can go onto the internet and read information or read content on any specific field of your interest you want to go into. So don't lock yourself down. There's a lot of opportunity. I met this man. I paid a visit to one fish farming guy. He's into fish farming, and I paid a visit to him. And during that day, another guy came there, another man came there, and he's not a guy, he's actually a grown-up man. And when he came and we were talking about the fish, and the man started talking, and the way he spoke, you could realize that he have much knowledge about fish farming, and not just fish farming, crops too. And he's very good in irrigation too as well, and construction of dam. So the man started talking, and I took the interest to get closer to him to acquire more knowledge. And trust me, I visited his farm and it was amazing. I'll be bringing videos on that. And this is just to conclude on the skill sets and the mindsets that don't lock yourself just because you have gone to read a course in education. So for that matter, your life is locked in that field. No, there's more opportunities out there. You can relearn other skills and develop yourself. You can still do both, just like somebody who is a registered nurse. She's providing nurse services in the hospital, and in her free time she's a fashion designer. You can also do same. You can be working at the same time, go into trading, business, or go into farming. And I'll be bringing you more on how to establish business so that you can be able to handle the economic pressure in which we find ourselves. Thank you. See you in our next episode.